Welcome back to our channel. Today's video dives into one of the most heartbreaking and shocking stories in the Korean entertainment world: the sudden passing of veteran actor Song Young-kyu at the age of 55. After days of silence and speculation, the truth behind his tragic death has finally been revealed, and it's something none of us were prepared for. Stay with us as we uncover the emotional journey, the hidden battles, and the truth that has stunned fans across the globe. If you're a fan of K-dramas or simply want to understand the deeper side of fame, this is a story you won't want to miss. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more exclusive content and breaking news from the Korean entertainment industry. Let's get into it. The South Korean entertainment industry has been shaken to its core. On a quiet morning when the world least expected it, the news of veteran actor Song Young-kyu's sudden death at the age of 55 broke out like a thunderbolt. Fans, colleagues, and the media were left in disbelief. A man who had appeared so full of life on screen, who had graced stage plays, television dramas, and films for decades, was gone. But what was more heartbreaking and mysterious was the silence surrounding the cause of death. For days, there were no details, only whispers and speculations. Then came the revelation. Sources close to the family and entertainment insiders finally broke the silence, and what they revealed was both tragic and haunting. According to reports from medical and police officials, Song Young-kyu's death was not due to natural causes, nor was it a result of a long-term illness, as many had hoped to believe. Instead, it pointed to a quiet internal battle that the actor had been fighting in silence, mental health struggles that had gone unnoticed or worse, ignored. It is now confirmed that Song Young-kyu died by suicide. This revelation sent shockwaves not only through South Korea, but across the global fan base that had admired his decades of work. For those who knew him personally, the news was devastating, but not entirely surprising. According to several colleagues, Song had been behaving differently in recent months. He had pulled back from several upcoming projects, declined interviews, and was reportedly emotionally distant even during professional engagements. Yet no one thought it would lead to such a heartbreaking end. What led a successful, respected actor with a seemingly stable career and family life to such a tragic decision? As the details unfold, the picture grows clearer and darker. Close sources reveal that Song had been battling chronic depression for several years. Despite his bright smile and witty humor during interviews, the internal storms had never quieted. Pressure from the entertainment industry, coupled with the burden of always having to be strong and professional, weighed heavily on him. Friends noted that he rarely spoke about himself, often deflecting questions and maintaining a stoic image even among close colleagues. One particular source from a recent drama production disclosed that Song had taken several leaves of absence, citing fatigue, but had never spoken openly about his mental condition. Another crew member added that Song often stayed behind after rehearsals, sitting alone on the stage, staring into the distance. He looked like he was carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders, but none of us knew how to ask, and he never gave us a chance to. The entertainment industry in South Korea has long been criticized for its relentless pace, unrealistic standards, and lack of mental health support. Song Young-kyu's tragic death now reignites this debate, adding one more name to a long list of talented individuals who succumbed to the silent torment within. From young idols to seasoned actors, the stories echo eerily similar: public admiration, private agony. His family, in a brief but emotionally charged statement, expressed their grief and asked for privacy during this difficult time. He was a beloved father, husband, and friend, the statement read. We are heartbroken beyond words. We wish people to remember him not for how he left, but for how he lived, with passion, dedication, and love. But as fans revisit his work, from the haunting monologues on stage to his powerful presence in dramas like Secret Affair and Hyena, the sense of loss deepens. His characters often embodied strength, complexity, and quiet resilience. In hindsight, many wonder whether those portrayals reflected more of his inner world than anyone had realized. Social media has since been flooded with tributes. Hashtags such as Rest in Peace Song Young-kyu, Mental Health Matters, and Gone Too Soon began trending within hours. Fans shared clips of his most iconic scenes, fan art, handwritten notes, and even personal stories of having been inspired by his performances. The overwhelming response highlights the impact Song had, not just as an actor, but as a human being who touched lives through his craft. In a poignant twist, one of his last public appearances was during a theater event where he spoke about the healing power of art. He had said, "The stage saved me. Every time I perform, I feel alive again." These words, now viewed in a different light, echo with both inspiration and sorrow. Industry colleagues have stepped forward to not only mourn, but also call for systemic change. We need better mental health resources, one director said. We can't keep losing people like this. Several production houses have announced they will begin implementing mandatory mental health check-ins for cast and crew, a long overdue but necessary step. What's perhaps most tragic is how Song Young-kyu managed to keep his suffering hidden in plain sight. How many more are walking the same path in silence? His death becomes not just a moment of mourning, but a clarion call for change, compassion, and awareness. As funeral arrangements were made and close friends gathered to say their final goodbyes, one couldn't help but feel a collective sense of guilt. Could something have been done? Could someone have reached him in time? These are questions without answers, but they're questions that must be asked. Let us not allow this to be just another tragic celebrity headline. Let us remember Song Young-kyu not just for the incredible roles he played, but for the silent battles he fought. Let his passing awaken us to the realities that too many in the spotlight endure behind the scenes. Fame does not protect one from pain. Recognition does not replace healing. In the coming weeks, several theaters across Seoul are planning tribute performances in his honor. Some actors will perform scenes from his most iconic plays. Others will read letters and poems written for him. But perhaps the most meaningful tribute is this: a commitment to seeing the people behind the performances, to ask the hard questions, to offer support before it's too late. Song Young-kyu's life was filled with brilliance, but also with burdens we failed to see. His death is a tragedy, but if it sparks a deeper conversation and brings change, perhaps it won't have been entirely in vain. As tributes continue to pour in from across the world, the gravity of Song Young-kyu's passing is becoming more than just a painful memory. It's evolving into a movement. Several fans have begun organizing candlelight vigils not only in Seoul, but in cities like Busan, Daegu, and even as far as Los Angeles and Tokyo, where Korean drama and theater enthusiasts deeply admired his work. These events are not just spaces for mourning, they are platforms for healing. Many attendees have taken to the microphone to share their personal battles with mental health, citing how watching Song's performances gave them hope and comfort during dark